Okay, Sisters fans, so we finally have a new episode synopsis, season 7, episode 15. Unless I'm skipping one. I think this could be episode 14 because this comes out June 12th. Let me look at the calendar. All right, the 29th is episode 12, then episode 13. Yeah, this should be episode 14, not 15. All for the D, and I feel like the title speaks for itself. Oh man, this is a pretty hefty one. I mean, the first part, look, I know everybody's here for the Karen stuff, but even the first part is very, very detailed. Gary's savagery continues as he plants a seed in Jordan's head about Andy, all while screwing Hayden's girl right in their home. So this is a double whammy. And I mean, this is a very, very fleshed out synopsis because all the Gary stuff, that's enough to be its own synopsis, let alone the back half. When Karen finds out Danny is telling her business, the tension between the women grows. Also, I already did episode synopsis breakdowns, I want to say around mid-March, like March 16th for episodes 12 and 13. They're up on the channel. They did very well. So if you haven't watched them, go watch them. And I remember in episode 13, I believe that's when Karen tells Danny and Fatima, to keep it secret. I guess the whole double baby daddy situation. But Danny is... I was having a good discussion with somebody yesterday about this, where they said, yeah, I do feel like Danny's out of pocket because if Karen did confide in her not to tell anyone, but she opted to run her mouth anyway. This just goes to show season 7 is recapturing the season 1 vibes, because if you recall way back in season 1, this kind of thing is exactly why there was friction between Karen and Danny, because Danny felt betrayed when she was being talked about behind her girl's back. And the reason that none of the girls would clue her into things like Andy or Karen, it wasn't just because they had their own separate portion of the sisters group to themselves where they would keep things between them, but it was because of the fact that in the past, whenever they would confide in Danny, she would go running around telling anyone who would listen, but even worse, diminish these, I don't recall exactly what kind of situations like Andy and Karen would tell Danny about, but she would kind of, diminish their experiences. Like I'm just, feeling like if Danny was told something by Andy or Sabrina or Karen, and it was something, very personal and something that they were hurt by, Danny would treat it as a joke. And not only that, go gossip about it behind their backs. But Danny feeling mad about being kept out of the loop and Karen talking about her when Zach told her when she was high, that's when she was pissed off at Karen. Now, we already know that based on the mid-season finale of season 7, Danny is just too through with Karen's behind. So now it's like, here we go again with Karen telling Danny something to keep between them, but Danny's going to run around and tell everyone. But I feel like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. But based on the last several seasons, I think that I speak for a majority of the fan base when I say we don't give a damn. It's like, Karen, you ran around town pinning the baby. Remember, at the time, she didn't know she was pregnant with twins, but pinning the baby on Zach. It's Zach's baby. Zach's my baby daddy. This is his child. And this, that, and the third. So now it's like, nah, keep that same energy. Be as loud when you declare to the people that there are 2 baby daddies as opposed to it just being Zach. So, I mean, is it messed up what Danny does? Yeah, but let's just see the catalyst as to why she runs her mouth. Let's just see how things build up. But I feel like a majority of the fan base will not care. Now, I know a lot of fans were kind of split over her inviting Fatima to the mocktail after Karen told her not to, but it's like, nah, Karen, this ain't your party, and you can't tell me who I can and can't invite. So there it is. So I already know this episode here, June 12th, is going to cause a lot of friction in the fan base based on Danny's actions. Now let's go to that first part again. Gary is going to basically plant some seeds of doubt in Jordan's head about Andy, which begs a lot of questions like, Jordan, why the heck would you even trust this dude? All while screwing Hayden's girl right in their home, and this dude just ain't worth a damn. I mean, bad enough you're banging Tamara, your quote-unquote boy's wife, but even further, you're going to do it in their own home. All for the D, huh? All for the D. So, yeah, this episode, I'm excited. You know, I'm not going to rush. Look, time is moving by fast enough on its own. June 12th is going to be here. They just finished wrapping season 8. So, I mean, I already know that's going to be wild. But with that being said, how does it feel knowing about this particular episode, all for the D? Danny's going to be blabbing her mouth. Gary's going to be slanging it. Tamara's going to be receiving it. But it makes you wonder, is this part of a plan? Like, are we going to get follow-up on Tamara with that pen she seemingly used to record Gary? We'll just have to wait and see what the writers are cooking in the back half of the season. But as always, people, please, please, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up button if you're excited for Sistas to return with these episodes. Also, if you liked the video, I really would appreciate the thumbs up. Comment your thoughts. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. And hit subscribe because we're getting closer to 300,000 subscribers here on the channel.